scene there, live in Hong Kong, has been watching it all. I mean, July 1st, this is usually, in the last few years, has been a day of protest. How are things unfolding right now?
It is July the 1st here in Hong Kong. It's the 23rd anniversary of the handover of Hong Kong from British rule to China. It is also the first full day when China's new national security law comes into effect. Earlier today at the Golden Bohemian Square, we watched that flag-raising ceremony in which China's national flag was raised alongside the Hong Kong flag. But as usual, China's national flag soaring higher than the other, with China's national anthem playing in the background. A number of top officials were in attendance, including the chief executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam. Now, Hong Kong has changed dramatically in the last year. It has been rocked by relentless anti-government protests, including that raid on the Hong Kong legislature, which took place 1 year ago today. We've also seen the passage of the national anthem law, which criminalizes mocking China's national anthem, and of course, the passage of the national security law. The details of that draft legislation finally released last night, 11 p.m. local time, sweeping in scope, 66 articles, and we learned that, yes, it criminalizes, as expected, secession, subversion of state power, terrorism, colluding with foreign forces. We also learned that those convicted of these crimes could face life imprisonment and that anyone can be targeted, anyone outside Hong Kong, even if you're not a permanent resident of Hong Kong. Critics say that this law will crush dissent, that it undermines Hong Kong's autonomy and its legal and political institutions. But Beijing, the Hong Kong government, and a number of supporters here in the territory say it will bring stability to Hong Kong and it's necessary to fill a security loophole. And Carrie Lam, even before we were able to see the draft legislation, she went so far to say that anyone who opposes this law is, quote, the enemy of the people. Paula.
Yeah, and that rhetoric really matched step for step, word for word, by the pro-democracy activists who basically called it the beginning of a reign of terror in Hong Kong. To that end, Christy, what do you expect to play out in the coming hours?
You know, it's interesting. We have seen virtually an online retreat by Hong Kong's anti-government and pro-democracy protesters, retreating from social media and from the encrypted app Telegram. We know the Civil Human Rights Front, they applied to be able to have an authorized march today, as usual, every July 1st during the handover anniversary. That application was denied by Hong Kong police. It is expected that there may be some, flash pop-up protests across the territory, but make no mistake about it, this new national security law is directly aiming anti-government protesters, and they are feeling the chill. Paula.
Yeah, they really